What is up, my fellow Chibits? It's been a while since I have done a Magi related video because it's taken a while for this latest chapter that came out today to kind of be translated, and I've been waiting for it to get translated before I decide to do a new review, and it's finally out. So I have to quickly say my thoughts. I think that we're not going to probably get any more chapters of Magi and probably until after Christmas, because as we know, Weekly Shonen Jump and, Young Jump and all that, all the different magazines in Japan, they go on break for Christmas, like a 1-week break, and as we know, One Piece won't be out this week, but none of the, chapters will come out next week as well, and so I don't think that we're going to probably have any more Magi chapters or anything for the rest of the year. We probably won't get any chapters. If we do, there's probably chapters that have yet to be translated, which I'm willing to bet there's some out there, but this might be the last chapter we get for the rest of the year, so I just quickly want to state that. But anyways, diving into this chapter of Magi, we continue off where Alibaba talks to Sinbad. And Sinbad starts talking to Alibaba and giving his own thoughts on the situation of, like, how, Alibaba, I want you to actually trust me. I don't want you to be a person that, doesn't trust me or doesn't like me. I'm going to tell you the truth. For instance, I stepped down, I may be connected with David, but I'm not really David. He hasn't controlled me, like, he's not controlling me. And, I mean, you have it toward this entire conversation with one of the chapters. It's just Alibaba and Sinbad catching up, talking about stuff. And we kind of get clarification on what has really happened to Alibaba in the time frame of when he went, like, off into nothingness. For instance, when Belial banished him, we found out that Alibaba, he was mixed up in a variety of different consciousnesses of different people in the world that's already passed on, and he was able to talk to mages from Almataran and finding out more about David, Sinbad, and all sorts of variety of different things, and we get to see examples of this in the latest chapter, the chapter that came out today. We get to see Alibaba actually showcasing this new fighting technique of how he was manhandling everybody with just his fucking fist, which is a huge improvement compared to how he was in the past, so I can't wait to see more clarification on this and what other type of things that Alibaba has hidden behind the scenes that we are yet aware of. What is Sinbad's angle right now? Because you could take Sinbad's entire position and you really don't know what side he is on. You don't know if he's on the good side or the bad side, because for one, about 90% of the chapter was spent with Alibaba and Sinbad talking with each other, and how Sinbad was just trying to persuade Alibaba into trusting him. Because the last part of the chapter, you have it to where Gyokuin pops up and starts talking to Sinbad. And with this conversation, it seems like Sinbad is on David's side, or David has taken control of Sinbad's body. So the first chapter, like the one of the older chapters that came out, we don't really know how to take that. We don't know if Sinbad is good or bad, which that's been his entire character since the beginning. He's always been a very shady character in, this shady background where you don't really know much about him. For instance, you don't know what side he's on, what he really is trying to accomplish. And when you think about it like that, of how this chapter was done, it was the same old Sinbad being Sinbad. You don't know if he's good or evil, and it's left up to the readers of the chapter or the series to really figure out if he is evil or not. So, I'm not going to really focus on that, because we don't really know much at the moment. We don't know if he's actually using Gyokuin, we don't know if he's using Alibaba, he could be using both of them. We don't really know, but for now, we're just left up guessing and wondering where's that going to lead. Now, moving into a couple other details of that chapter, you have it to where Sinbad gives Alibaba a card. This card that allows Alibaba to travel around the world, and he's able to travel without having to pay anything. So it kind of makes Alibaba into a noble. He's a noble to where he doesn't need to worry about paying anything, everything's paid for, and he kind of like has this higher status than normal people. And so that causes Alibaba to get, unwanted attention by many in the latest chapter that was released, because everybody that was on this high-class airship, they were looking at Alibaba like, oh my god, you have this type of card, you must be a very rich person or high up there, this ship is going to be highly guarded, isn't it, because someone like you's on here? I mean, one thing led to another, and we come to find out that Alibaba having this card, it really sets him up for being rather different from everyone else that he's going to be traveling with, and it's probably going to cause him to get a lot of attention. But one of the things that stand out from the latest chapter would have to be an old character, which I can't remember his name, because like I said, I've never been a big fan of this character's name, or character in general, but the character we met that has big breasts, that's the best way to characterize him. You have it to where this character pops up at the end of the chapter. It's like, it's you, Alibaba, we're friends. He starts hugging Alibaba and all that, and I'm like, oh my god, this dude is fucking back. He's fucking back. And I wonder if he is going to become a main character of this final arc. It would definitely be very funny if he was. Like, this character that's been around, like, since, like, the very beginning of Magi, and hasn't been a very important character, but it's been around, and if this character was to become a reoccurring or main character throughout the rest of this final arc, I wonder how that would go. I really do. I wonder what type of development we'll get and get to see exactly how much he has changed, or if he's just a character that's going to be kind of split off from Alibaba maybe a couple chapters down the road. But right now, Alibaba is going down a very curious path, because we don't really know where he's going to be leading to next, because right now he's on a journey. He's on a journey to find Aladdin, he's on a journey to find more, and he's also on a journey to find Hakuto, I'm guessing, alongside of that. So, I mean, many questions, and I can't wait to see and find out what is going to happen next. How do you all feel about those Sky Pirates as well? I mean, they got fucking manhandled, dude. They got destroyed by Alibaba. He just straight up grabbed these bitches and just slammed them, their heads together, just wrecked them on the ground. They were done. And I mean, that final scene where you see Alibaba just surrounded by freaking bodies or people unconscious, that is a badass fucking panel. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.